Almost there. Alright, I'm in. Go ahead and commit. Yes. Oh, poop. I need to change my... Oh man, I forgot to do something. Yeah, we gotta start over. So you're gonna come in and then you have to exit because I forgot to turn on my target. My throttle's not gonna work. Did you exit? Okay. Okay. Yes. Once it goes up, you have to exit and have to start over the. Gotta start a program. All right. Yeah, we gotta do the entire thing because we went into 3D. Yeah, I'll close down everything. Did. Make sure it logs in this time. I'm gonna go to chat. Dashboard? Here it is. Okay. I didn't mess up everything. God. Oh. Yeah, I gotta change my. I don't know why all my buttons reset basically. Load. Yeah. All right. One second. Crazy how it even does that. All right. Avionics. So I'm not connected yet, so I'll have to. I have to reset my buttons. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Sure, everything is good. When it happens, it's always terrible because I gotta reset some things. So cursor, range knob, HUD. Change my rudder too. Where's my rudder's out? The light's not on my rudder. I got a Cytec and then a Thrustmaster Warthog. Yes. Well, no, I have the Cytec rudder pedals, and then a Thrustmaster stick. Alright, my pedals came back. For some reason they weren't on. Let's see, let's try it again. That messed up my entire setup. Rudder pedal, left and right toe brake, avionics control. I think it fixed itself. I'm gonna go in a session real quick offline to make sure everything works, and I'll be in there. Give me a couple minutes. So you have a Thrustmaster throttle? Okay. I think everything works now. Oh yeah, I wonder what sims do. I've never really seen a sim that actually. Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. Comms back up. Up. Team furball. All right, good to go. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna go into 3D real quick, and then I'll let you know when to go in. But you can join the server. I guess he's not coming because he usually says something before he's late. So I guess he's not gonna be here. I'll ping him real quick. So 14. So make sure to join the server. Get on the orange team. Go and go to the orange team. Sweet. Alright, 4 radar missiles, 2 AR missiles, 50 miles, 25,000. Alrighty. So same thing. Shoot whenever you would like. Just make sure you say Fox 3. I'm going to take off, and then I'll let you know when I'm in. It's just me and you. So you'll shoot at me first, and then I'll shoot at you next time. So I'm in now, so you can go ahead and join. Still in the loading screen. You don't see me in the RWR either? Or 50 miles out, so it'll. Yeah. So we're 50 miles out, so it's a little farther. Give us some time to find each other. All right, see you on RWR. I don't even see you over there. You. I won't be firing this time. I just want you to get used to being the shooting and then going off of the the beam or the notch, and then only shoot one at a time until I say it's good to shoot the next one. So slave is to to have a target locked up, and bore is like it'll look for anything, and we'll go more into the details in the manual. But if you lock onto me, you can see that we're probably just about in the maximum range. Okay. You could turn off and then put me on the 10 to 2 line. So kind of put me on the notch, like a 45-degree angle notch. I'm waiting for the missile. There's the missile. So right now I'm going to turn away in the opposite direction. See if I can defeat it. And you can go ahead and turn around too, so we have time to come back around. Turn cold so we can have some space between us. And we kind of missed it that time, but next time look at remember the times. So look underneath your altitude. You should be able to see it hit me, nice. So you should be able to see the countdown underneath your altitude, and just make sure you look at that and to see when it was pit bull and stuff. All right, I'm back in, so you can go and turn back hot. Saw you for a little bit there. Yep, there you are. Yeah, you're gonna shoot again, same thing. And then make sure you look at the underneath your dynamic launch zone, the numbers. Make sure you look at those and see if you can depict them for the countdowns. So the M is before pitbull, and then when it says T, that's the calculated time of destruction or impact. You can do it at maximum. So that first tick mark, you can do that at maximum if you want. Yeah, below the circle. Sweet. So I'm gonna notch off to the right. If I can. Yeah. And you see the numbers underneath the dynamic launch zone? Okay. Yeah, it might be gone. So I'm defending now. The missile came up on my RWR. See if I can get away from this one. I should be able to. Should have got away from the other one, but didn't. Let's see. Yeah, I'm turned cold, so I'm defending. So I'm going to turn back around. Yep, I defeated it, so I'm coming back, so you can go ahead and turn back around. See if I can find you again. Oh, what's up, Shocky? Oh, I see you too. How many missiles do you have left? Okay, go ahead and use another AMRAM, and if you would like, you could like go. Well, we're close now, so you can go and shoot off now. All right. There's the missile warning. Defensive. Yeah, turn cold. And then on this next run, I'm gonna shoot off a missile at you, and I want you to defend. Obviously. You could turn back the other direction so we could have a space between us. Alright, I'm turning hot now. Back in your direction, inverted. Oh, I see you. So you see on the RWR, it's like is it spiked yet? Is it solid? Or is it just nails? Okay, so that's a nails if it pops up, but when it does this, yeah, that's the aircraft. So right now I'm spiked onto you. I'm locked onto you right now. It should be like loud and annoying. Yep. So that's a spike. And when someone's spiked onto you and you're like head to head, it's more than likely they shot at you. So you can go ahead and turn back around. Okay. And I'm gonna. No, not yet. I'll tell you when. So I'm going to fire, and Fox 3 now. The Fox 3. And then you'll see a M pop on your RWR. I'll tell you when, because I can see the missile launch. So it's 7 seconds to Pitbull, 5 seconds to Pitbull, and Pitbull. You should see an M now. Yep, I fired a long time ago. You should defend. You see an M? Yeah. So if you get shot, it's fine. We're just getting the symbology here. Just do what you can to defend. That's fine. I had to drop just the chaff. Yeah, you killed me twice already. So just eject, and then you'll just respawn. If you didn't die already, but so that's in the data, the what's it called, DTC. So you can actually set up modes on your aircraft. So there's modes 1 through 4. So for me personally, I have mode 1, which is just chaff. Mode 2 is flares, or programs. You can set up programs. So I got program 1 for chaff, program 2 for flares only, and then program 3 is like both, and then program 4 is like a panic. Like I'll press it and it'll show up like 4 flares and 4 chaff. So like a panic mode. And I'll send you a video about how to set that up. See if I can find you again. Oh, there you are in the RWR. We could do both. I'll fire at the maximum. I got one more AMRAM. Oh, I got 3 more. And you just reset. Oh, you just got 4 now. So I'm gonna Fox 3 now. There's Fox 3. And I'm gonna notch, put you on my left side. Support the missile a little bit. Should see M in 8 seconds. And I should see M now, so start defending. And you, ooh, I'll see how long that takes to do it on me. I see the missile launch, so I'm going to defend since I see the missile launch. There's the missile launch. And then after we'll look at the TAC view to see dissect the tactics. Because defending, yeah, I'm still alive. I'm defending. All right, so if I can turn back around, I think I defeated it. We'll see. All right, turning back. Found you on RWR. All right, found you on the FCR. I'm going to Fox 3 again. Yep, there we go. I need to reset this. Why isn't it doing it? Oh well. Defending. Yeah, that's not a lot at all. I don't think I'll be able to get away from this one. I think you might have got me on this one. Yep, you got me on that one. So eject, and I'm going to... So that's it. So that's 2. So go ahead and escape and then exit. You'll have to restart the whole thing, and we'll go back into... we'll talk about defending now. No, we're closing out everything because we were in 3D, and we got to close out everything. And I'm going to reset all of that. And then when it comes to when it comes to defending, I'm gonna go live on here real quick. You got me? Alright, so we're going to look at this right here. So this is the RWR. So when see this missile? So this is not the same symbology, but it's a generalization. So when you see that M symbol, you want to go the opposite direction. So when you're defending, in DCS, you usually just dive to the deck. I mean, you can do that. If it's really, really close, that's pretty much the only thing you can do, is to dive to the deck, because that's basically AMRAAM really close, like within like 15 miles, 10 miles. There's nothing else you could really do. So if it's a longer distance, like the distance we were doing, you want to burn. Well, at this point, you should have already launched the missile, and you should be the MiG-29 or whatever the enemy is should be on your like 45-degree 10 o'clock line, because you're notching them. So you're going this way. So when you see that missile, you should turn around the opposite direction and put this missile on your 4 o'clock and your 7 o'clock, and then turn back and forth like this. Turn back and forth so you could make the missile turn with you and decrease the energy, the drag. So as it's trying to adjust to where you're turning back and forth, you could slow down the missile so it could die faster than you. Because if you just turn around and go straight, there's no movement. It'll just keep going straight, and you'll probably get away from it, but it'll take a lot longer if you would just go straight than if you would just serpentine back and forth. Yeah, so you put at your 4, and you turn. You put at your 7, and you turn. You put at your 4. You turn back. You put at your 7. You do that like it's all about timing. So usually it's around 4 or 5 times ish, and as you're turning around, you want to not dive, but you want to put a nose down about 15 to 20 degrees in full burner, so you could gain speed while You can trade altitude for speed without losing all your altitude. Because in DCS you would just dive down to the deck, and at that point you're at 1,000 feet off the ground. Doesn't do you any good. So in this case, you would turn her in the opposite direction, nose down about 15 to 20 degrees, and do that 7 to 4 back and forth. So yeah, let's go back and forth, and it's like 4 or 5 times to do that, and then. So when you're defending it, you would go descend or nose down about 15, and then just make sure that you're not losing too much altitude. It all depends on your starting altitude. But if you're at like 25,000 feet, you might go down to 10,000 feet and to defend it, and then you go 7 to 4 about 4 or 5 times, and then turn back. And when you turn back, you should be going like at least 600 knots, at least 500, 600 knots. So when you turn back around, you could turn up, so kind of climb up, so you could the last bit of the missile trying to get you, it's going to want to go up, and that'll really slow it down. So once it slows down below, I think 200 knots, I believe, it self-destructs. So once that happens, you'll see this M disappear, and that means that you defeated it. And based off of that timing, you should be able to start your turn back up, your upward turn, before the M disappears. Because if it disappears, you wasted time. You should have been turning like 10 seconds before it disappears. Because it's not really. You have to just go off of timing. So you have to go as just completely generalization. You go 7 to 4. You'll turn back and forth like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that fifth one, the missile should be defeated. Should be, depending on your speed. So at that point, you could start doing the ascending climb up and turn back around and try to acquire the target on your while you're basically upside down on that top of that turn or the loop. It's just radar seeking. It does not show heat seeking missiles. All right, let me see. Hold on. Why aren't they hearing? I'm streaming. They don't seem to hear you. I'm trying to see if I can fix that. I'm gonna stop the live stream on here. Not sure why it's not doing that. Desktop. There we go. Totally my bad. I was using my speakers. Should be able to hear them now. Talk Frank real quick.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. That was my bad. I basically was playing without any sound from the game. But all right, we're gonna go back into BMS. I'm gonna launch the server again, and we're gonna do the same thing, except you're not gonna be shooting as much. I'm gonna be shooting you, and you're gonna just try to defend.
Copy.
All right, so comms, Prime's host. I will host, and it's not a competition. We're just doing training, so don't get upset that you're getting shot down.
Okay, tell me when to connect.
Yep, I'll tell you when. So Team Furball, you're good to connect now.
Connecting.
Do 40 range. 50 was a little far. 5. Radar missiles. Yep. You able to get in the team furball?
Let me give me a minute.
Yeah, that was my bad. Didn't even know I was doing that because I was doing a stream earlier and it was
Takeoff?
the not yet. So I'm gonna do takeoff, and then I'll let you know when I'm in. So you always have to wait for the host to go into the server first. All right, so I'm in. Go ahead and join. All right.
Alright, I got you locked up. Who's firing first?
I'll fire.
Copy.
So I'm going to. We're gonna go face on, and I'll fire at the maximum. And I don't want you to fire. Just want you to defend it. So remember, turn around. 15 degrees nose down, and 7 to 4 o'clock serpentine back and forth.
Got it. Do you know what VY for the F-16 is?
I think I saw it was like 400. 350? I think one of the guys said it was like 400. It's pretty quick.
I'm surprised the F-15's actually a faster airplane, and it does VY at 350.
Huh. That's Fox 3.
Okay, so I'm just going to turn away? Or fire at you?
You're going to turn away. You can either turn away now, because you know that I fired at you, or you can wait till you see the M.
Yeah, wait then.
I'm beaming right now. I'm have you on the left side of my radar. Supporting, and you should have an M now. So burn, opposite direction, 7 to 4.
There. Oh, that's not. I didn't even see it on my RWR.
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. We'll reset. I'll come back around,
Copy.
and you should be able to see it. Should be a M on there. You just
You're gonna fire on me again, and I'll go defensive.
yeah.
Copy.
So when you get out, all you have to do is just eject. You don't have to escape and end.
Okay, taking off.
I'm gonna reset a little bit this way. All right, I'm turning back hot. Find you on the RWR or on the FCR.
Yeah, I see you.
There you are, 25,000. I'm gonna gain some speed, and I'm just gonna. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. So you'll just have to see the M to be able to defend. And then in a real world sense, you kind of see me on the FCR, kind of notch off to the right. You kind of see the little tadpole in front of the target on your FCR screen, radar screen.
Got it.
And then when you see that line turn off, that means that I'm notching, and that means that I launched the missile. But we'll talk about that later on. You should see M now.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I see him. I'm notching.
You got to turn away, opposite direction.
Yeah, I turned.
Okay.
So I should have done a split S instead of turn to the right or turn to the left. Yep, you got me.
Oh, poop. So as I'm watching you. So you just went straight down. You gotta turn in the opposite direction and only have like a 10 to 15 degree nose down.
Roger.
So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna get a little bit farther. So if you want, you could do a loop, so like a right loop or a left loop, so we can get a little bit of distance.
I'm facing you. You want me to just do a 360?
Yeah, just do a 360. Get some spacing between us. Oh, you see your time on your DED? Just say 14:04:52.
Yep.
Going up. So at 15 or 14:05. So right now we can go ahead and turn back around.
Dude, I don't even remember what heading I was supposed to face toward you.
Oh, I have a generalization of what direction. I think mine is like 060. So yours is probably like 240 or something.
Got me.
Once I turn around, you can see the RWR, the nails.
Right.
Yeah, I see you right there. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna say anything. Just have to see the symbols and do defending. Remember, full burn, a slow like maybe 4 or 5G turn in the opposite direction, and then like 6 Gs back and forth on your 7 and 4 o'clock. Put the M on your 7 and 4 o'clock.
Got. You just fired, right?
Yep, you should see the M a while back ago.
There we go.
Oh, I got you again.
Well, shoot, you got me just at the on 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it's a process. So yeah, go ahead and leave. I'll end this. We're gonna look at TAC view real quick. Go ahead and close out Falcon.
Copy.
I'm gonna compare TAC views. TAC view, where'd you go? Alright, so I'm gonna go live on Discord. Hope that it looks good, because I've been where it doesn't look as good. TAC view advanced, yep. Open. These two. Alright, you see my screen now?
Yes.
Alright, so this was that first engagement. I think you were shooting it. What is happening? Oh, it's the same time. I'm gonna do this. Don't save. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to where you're shooting at me to show you what I'm doing to defend. So we're going in 40 miles. Getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. And we're both locked onto each other. You're locked onto me. 28 miles. Should be shooting about now. Let's see. There's your shot. See how I'm beaming a little bit, and I get the M warning. This is why I'm banking. So I bank off. My Gs are right here, 5.6. So I'm going the opposite direction, 5 Gs or so. I think this is when I got hit, but this is a generalization. The next one I didn't get hit. But with this, I think what got me is I wasn't pulling enough Gs in the back and forth, and the missile got me. See how the missile has to like go this way and then go that way, so it has to burn off a lot of energy. But in this case, I got hit on that one. And we'll go to the...
Looks like prom dates talking to us.
Oh, where's he at? Oh, there he is. Got stuck at work. Off Thursday again. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go to the next one. I think I dodged this one. Be a better example. So here we reset. You launch off a missile. I turn. Well, I'm beaming, so I put you on the 45, and you're doing the same thing. So that's good. Usually you do it the opposite direction, but this is fine. So this is when I see the missile warning that I'm defending. This missile's going Mach 2.2. This is the Mach. And then my speed is 0.89, so I'm going significantly slower. Turning this way, turning that way, putting on my line. See how it killed it? The very last second?
I can't believe the missile's so maneuverable.
Yeah, it's pretty maneuverable. But that's also, it could be a negative thing. It could maneuver so much it just bleeds speed. So by the time you launched it, or the fastest speed was, let's see, 2.3 Mach 3. Come back. Yeah, it was like Mach 3. So I got up to Mach 3 and it started to slow down. Do this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So here's the distance from me. It starts to slow down significantly when I turn this way. It's on my dead 6 o'clock now. And I put it on my 4 o'clock, and it's still slowing down, 0.86. And I turn again, it goes back to 0.13, and it gets super, super slow, and then it just explodes. And I go up. See how I go up? I have all this speed right here. Well, I didn't have too much speed, but usually you have more speed than that. But I had all this speed to come back around, trying to find you. I looked this way. I think I saw you on the RWR, so I looked back over here. So let's see if we could. So you're locked onto me now. I'm locked onto you. See this line going back over there?
Right.
So you Fox 3. I get the missile at this point. I turn around, about 4 Gs, turning around. The speed is decreasing. I'm just going back and forth, and it kills it. It's like above me. And I go up to kill it more. Small little bit of energy it had. Killed it by going up. Come back all the way around, trying to find you at this point. Found you. I think I wait for you to turn back around and shoot. Our distance, 17 miles. So what happened? So I shoot off one. See how I'm beaming? See how you just went straight?
Yeah.
And you got the missile warning then. So you went diving down. And it could work sometimes, but it's still going relatively straight.
What happened? Was I just too slow with the slow to react? Didn't turn soon enough.
Well, you wouldn't really be able to tell unless you get the M. But as I said, if you get locked onto, that's the general. Generally when they launch onto you. But the M is the telltale sign. If you're too close, then you'll have to dive to the ground. But once you see the M, that's the only aircraft indication you'll get that there's been a missile launched at you. Where'd that missile go? Does the missile? So you reacted at 4 miles. If you would have did that and then came around again, it would have killed the missile even more. But since you turned this way, the missile adjusted, and it's still going Mach 1.82. So there's no change of direction, and it smacks you. So in a sense like that, you would have to turn, and then make sure after you turn the other direction so you can have the missile do the little S.
Got it.
But it's fine. We're just learning here. The same thing with this. I'm gonna go over here. So you got the launch, or either I told you, or you got the launch. You probably got the launch at 3 miles. So at 3 miles, there's not really much you could do. But again, the only thing, you could have turned like this and then turned in the opposite direction to the 7 to 4 line. You can get the missile to effectively try to go in the other direction. Because if you just go this way, it'll keep going straight. But it actually missed. Oh, nice. Very nice. Let's see if it went after a...
I dodged one of them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it missed. Sweet. But it still had the speed on you. Just barely. 1.07 and 0.95. But I guess it went after... I don't know what it was going after. And then on my side, go back. So I react at 10 miles. I dove steeper because it was close, and you need that speed like quick. If it's a close shot, you need that speed quick, and a good way to do that is to dive. So I dove down to gain that speed, going Mach 1 now. I'm serpentining back and forth to slow down that missile.
Got it.
And it killed it. I came back around. See, the missile's still on my RWR saying that there's a missile behind me, but based off of timing, you could kind of tell. Like it's all about experience and timing of when the missile is defeated. Let's see how many times I went back and forth. And I'm saying before like 5 or 6. That was an estimate. Never really actually looked at it. So that doesn't count as. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I started to go up, and the missile was dead. So I came back around. Still had relatively nice speed. Still at let's see where my altitude 19,000, 18,900. So I had some good altitude. Didn't go down to the deck. And here's another shot. I didn't react till about 6 miles. Shot off. Still not doing anything. About 6 miles, I react. See, it's close, so I went straight down. That's basically the only thing you can do if it's really close. And how you could tell if you're locked on to the target, and you see on your distance below your dynamic launch zone, if you look at it and it's like 15 miles or something, you'll know how far away they are, and you need to dive because it's really close. So I dove down. It's basically the only thing I can do. I still have that 45-degree angle off of the missile to an extent, but I still get hit, I believe. Yeah, I still got hit. So it's really close range. It's really nothing you could really do other than dive down to try to save your life.
Yeah, well, I fired. I made sure to fire within the rectangle. So
Yeah, so yeah, within the closed box, there's like a 90% chance you'll hit the person.
got it.
It's like 10 miles. If you shoot off a 120 at 10 miles, there's a good chance you'll hit them. There are sometimes I have dodged one at like 9 miles, and it's possible, but it's super hard.
Do you know if there's a particular range when you should be using the B versus the C?
So the B has it's like a 15% range or decrease in range. So in this dogfight, they always give us Bs, but usually in a mission you have Cs, and it's like a maybe 5 or 6 nautical mile increase in range. But it's not. I mean, it's 5-6 miles. It's significant, but it's not like a revolutionary missile or anything. But there is
the B is more maneuverable.
Yes. Well, I'm not really sure about the maneuverability, but usually in the dogfights we have Bs, so I haven't really seen what a C does. But I have seen in other ones, Falcon Lounge, I think it was a bug, but the B was acting weird, and it would get you at like someone would be at 37,000 feet, and they'll shoot a missile at you, and the missile would get close to you, even though you're at 37,000 feet. That's a long way to go when it comes, and the enemy that they're shooting at is on the deck, like 5,000 feet. So it's to go like 30-something thousand feet from up here all the way down here and going into thicker air, slowing it down. And it seemed like it didn't care about the slowing down, didn't care about the drag. So it seemed like it was acting a little strange when it comes to drag coming from high altitude to low altitude.
Got it.
But I would rather have a C than a B. Short, and shortness. So I shot off a missile. I lofted it, so it went straight up. And you see how I'm beaming to keep you locked up a little bit and not have that high aspect?
Yes.
So you should have had it. I guess you got the missile launch here. Or started reacting about here. 4 miles.
It was almost at my 90-degree, and you still got me, didn't you?
Yeah, I think this was that first
oh, wait,
one.
This is me. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I think that this might have been the one where you didn't see it. I think that's what it was.
Okay, yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, I think it was that first one you didn't see it. Set. Oh. So gonna reset, and I turned around. We're back hot again. 24 miles. What's your speed? 248. Yes, I'm a little, well, about the same altitude. So I launch off a missile. Let's go on Mach 3. Speed it up a little bit. And you react at like 6 miles or so. Yes, 6 miles reaction. Yep. So you should have kept going instead of going straight. Instead of this straight hesitation right here, you should have kept turning in this direction. This direction. What's your angle of? Go to HUD view. HUD view. Pilot. Got a 40-degree nose down. You went down like this, so about here is your sight picture for 15 degrees, and then you do the 7 to 4 back and forth.
Right.
Yep, kept going. See your speed is only going 200 knots or 300 knots, and it got you on the back end. Just at it again. If you did the same thing, so we did a loop. So you did a loop. So I'm 5,000 feet higher than you. That's already a disadvantage, but it's possible to get away from it. Reacted at 4 miles. Boy. So would have been, it's a little close. Would have been possible if you would have kept the turn coming. Might have been an escape. Let's go to, well, let's look at your angle of attack, or angle of descent. So yeah, that's good. That's a good descent rate. 30 degrees, 25 degrees. And then we're gonna go back to mine, see what I did. On that first one was garbage. But I did wrong. So I went off like this, go to pilot view. I'm locked onto you still. I react. 400 knots. Let's see, where's my G's? So pulling 5 G's. Still 400 knots. Pulling it. This is real time. So I'm at 25 degrees nose down. I can turn back the other direction. That should have been pulling more G's. Yeah, I should have been pulling. Yeah, I should have been pulling at least 6 G's. Going outside. Oh, it had me already. Yeah, I was only pulling like 4 or 5 G's on that one. So that was the mistake on that. When it comes to this one that I dodged, there's a reaction time. Going to pilot view. So pulling 5 G's on the escape. I'm turning in the opposite direction. Still pulling 4. See how like the 20 degrees, 25 degrees or so?
Yes.
So I'm still going 370, 380, starting to gain speed because of that 25 degrees, or 15 degrees now. Still keeping it at 20, pulling about 6 Gs, 6.5 Gs on those turns. I come back the other direction, pulled 5.1 on that turn, still keeping it above 370. So it's all about technique, and then as I'm going in, the first drop was, the first turn was a lot of pitch down. So I pitched down to like 20. then towards the end, I started to pitch up a little bit to gain some speed to get ready for my turn back hot upward motion. So go back and forth, and I turn back up. Getting a little slow there, but need to put my nose back on you. Did it again. There's my defend. Defended. 15. 5 Gs. It's only 5 at this point. I'm really keeping it. This is aggressive. Not to. I want to gain speed instead of. Don't want to lose altitude and gain speed at the same time. So I was aggressive by not really nosing down too much. I was still able to get away from the missile because of the amount of Gs I'm pulling like 6 Gs on those turns. Yeah, pulled pretty hard on those turns. So there's 5 Gs on that first turn, 6 Gs. Release, switch, about 6 Gs, 6.2 on that switch. And at this point, the missile's already defeated. It's already slower than me. It's going 0.81. I'm going 0.88. So at this point, I could turn around, but I wasn't sure in the cockpit. I did a couple more and came back. But yeah, lots of information, lots of practice, lots of well, can you hear me? What the heck happened? The heck? Oh, I can't hear him anymore. Oh, I'll leave and come back. Yeah, they can't. Prom date. I mean, Frank can't hear me anymore. See the green light's not coming on anymore. So I'm gonna leave and come back. See if that does anything. Testing, testing, testing. Oh, Discord might be down of some sort. Oops, spelled sort wrong. But let me see if I could look on the Discord. Doesn't have any problems here. Restart Discord. Get out of here. Quit Discord. But Shocky, surprised you're here for this long. Thanks for staying with us. Doing some beyond visual range training. Nothing official. I just go off of what my experiences are. I'm back in here. Gonna go to here. Testing.
Loud and clear.
All right, cool. Well, anyway, but I was basically wrapping it up. As I was saying, with your it's a learning curve to learn the timing on the turning back and the timing on the 7 to 4 turns back and forth and 6 Gs and nose down about 20 degrees. So it takes all practice, and I understand it's completely different than DCS, and I know that you're used to DCS, but it's a little different in BMS. But both games are fun. And
You're on the DCS F-16 or the F-15 that I fly?
So the 50, I'm not sure. I don't really fly too much in that F-15. But I usually do the same tactic where if you're getting shot at, you just dive down, try to hide behind a mountain or something in a BMS or a DCS. That's kind of my tactic. I haven't really dove deep into tactics in DCS so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's one of those countries where it's like just a flat plain or an ocean, then it's might have to devise a new one.
Yeah, it's to go off your speed on the F-15. Then you could try this maneuver with the 7-4.
Yeah, I mean the F-15 it is a heavier plane, but it has lower wing loading. The top speed's the same as the F-16 on the deck, but it has a higher service ceiling, and at altitude it's faster.
Oh yeah, and two engines too. That helps. But yeah, that's it for the training. Any questions or anything you want to reattack on? I know it's a
Uh,
lot of information, but anything particular?
oh, go again.
I know it's a lot of information, but anything particular you want to reattack on, or
Not that I can think of. Was the next one next one's Thursday, same time?
yes, I believe we're having a. Let's see, what did Ripper say? He said that. I think he put it in general. So he said the 6th is return flight for the 8th, 9th, and 10th of October. So that's 2 weeks from now. So I probably won't have anything this Thursday for training. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you a video.
Yeah.
So in this Falcon 4,
So this is just this is Kraus and his videos, but it's always a
Right.
good. He talks about FCR and AIM-120s. So when you have free time, just go ahead and watch that video real quick.
Oh, I think I was watching this one earlier today. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, same
Watched
thing.
that
Yeah. So
5 hours ago.
that's the same thing with the dynamic launch zone and the different distances and stuff like that. So,
Got it.
but yeah, there's always videos online for VMS tutorials.
Okay. So do we? When did you say the next scheduled meet was?
So I don't think it's this Thursday, but the next one is, as Ripper was saying, was on the 8th of. Well, I'll be having stuff on Tuesday, but for the actual mission, it's the 8th of October.
8th of October. Got it. And then we got one on next Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll still do the trainings on Tuesday.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, so that's about it for this training for BVR. Beyond visual range, and it's a lot different than DCS, but it's fun. Something else to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. It's the MFDs are much more complicated than what the F-15 has.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep, see you next Tuesday. Good flying with you. See ya. Alright, let's see who's here. How many people are in here? Got 6 people in here still? Maybe? Alright, well that's it for the training today. Haven't been able to do any videos lately, but I still have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, so I've been trying to get a video on that. I'll probably post this video up on YouTube so everybody can watch, have the chapters and stuff. But in the meantime, make sure to watch my other videos on YouTube, and I also have a Twitch. Make sure to check that as well, Aviation Plus. And as always, see you till next time. Good flying.